Quincy City Clerk Nicole Crispo is back to bring us up to date on the latest Board of License Commissioners meeting. How are you, Nikki?
I'm good, Joe, and yourself?
Doing great. Now that we're into April, we're getting there slowly but surely.
Yep, into the spring. Looking forward.
Yes, absolutely. And I see that the license board is getting busier and busier with every meeting.
That's right. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yep. So we had a full board yesterday, and I'll get right into agenda item number 1. Hearing regarding the request of the North Quincy High Senior Stay Out Committee for a special use permit for Senior Stay Out Night 2022 on May 20th to the 21st. This event will return to inside the high school, and the committee is requesting permission for 3 food trucks in the front of the school. Amy Galliano was there to speak about the event, and she said that as much as they appreciated the food that was there before, there was a lot of waste. So the kids decided that they would rather have food trucks there at North Quincy High on that night, and they've been working with some vendors, and they've lined up 3. So that went through 5-0.
Okay, is that senior prom night, Nikki? Do you know?
It is.
Okay.
It is. So after the prom, the kids they're very strict on keeping the kids there. They have to come in, get registered, and then they're only going to let 10 to 15 kids out to the parking lot to get the food and check them back in when they come in. And if they want to leave, they have to call their parents before they leave that night. So it is after the prom.
Okay, very good. And I'm guessing they'll have to pay for their own food, is it?
They didn't mention that.
Okay, all right.
I'm not too sure.
Okay, we won't say that if we don't know.
I don't. Agenda item number 2, hearing regarding the request of Best Buddies for a special use permit for their annual Best Buddies Challenge, Hyannisport, on Saturday, June 4th. Riders are expected to come through Quincy between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Paul Curley was there to represent Best Buddies Challenge. This is the 23rd annual challenge, and they leave JFK Library and come through the city between 7 and 8 a.m. They're expecting 250 to 300 riders. They'll work with the Quincy Police Department. Chief Keenan said they always do a wonderful job, and it's about 5.5 miles through the city of Quincy, and that went through 5-0.
Very good. That's a great cause, and it's mostly they go down the boulevard, as I recall, and then down C Street.
Yep. So shouldn't be any issue there early in the morning.
Right. Yep.
Here, agenda item number 3 was hearing regarding the request of My Brother's Keeper for a charity wine auction for their event at the Quincy Marriott on April 29th, 2022. This was represented by Jennifer Murphy. This is a first-time event for My Brother's Keeper. They expect about 500 people at this event, live band, food stations, and the wine auction that they can pick up their wine as they're leaving. And that went through 5-0 as well.
Very good.
Agenda item number 4 was hearing regarding the request of Break Rock Brewing Company, 534 Victory Road, to adjust their operating hours as followed. Sunday through Saturday, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. No longer closing on Tuesday and Wednesday. With the anticipation of the spring and summer traffic, James Southwood was there, operator of the brewery, said that they've had a great start and they want to keep it going, so they will not be closing on Tuesday and Wednesday, and that was approved also 5-0.
Okay, Quincy with its own brewing company. Did you ever think you'd see the day?
I know, I know. In as far as I went down, and what a great business. And the people, everybody's inside trying new beers, and it's a great establishment he's got going there.
Yeah, well, so obviously if they can be open 7 days a week now, that's great.
Right, right.
Good.
Yep, good for them. Agenda item number 5 is hearing regarding the request of Jalbert Properties LLC for a lodging home license for the premise located at 192, 194 School Street due to a change of ownership on the property. Proposed manager Jesse Albert. The property is an existing licensed lodging home with 11 rooms, represented by Jesse Jalbert, who was not able to be on the call, but has just gone through the renewal process. Everything is in order. So the board saw fit to pass that as well, 5-0.
Okay,
Agenda item number 6, hearing regarding the request of Jennifer Nguyen doing business as Ina's Bar and Lounge for an alteration of licensed premise at 607, 609 Washington Street. The applicant proposed to expand the kitchen on the first floor, open up the floor plan on the first floor, and expand the licensed premise to include the second floor with a rooftop and an elevator. The patio and deck. The chief had asked what hours of operation that Jennifer Nguyen would be wanting for out there, and where it does abut to a residential area. She asked for 11. The chief was hesitant. She then asked if she could open till 10 p.m. on the patio and the roof deck. So that went through with that contingency. Also, this would be 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. 7 days a week. And the contingency on that was that this does have to go before the zoning board of appeals. So if the zoning board has a finding in favor of this going through, then, she can go on to the next phase, but that we will put in the application to the ABCC to get her paperwork going.
okay, but pending zoning approval.
That's right. The abutters were notified. It was advertised. We didn't get any emails. We didn't get anybody on the call either in favor or against. So, with that, we'll let the zoning board do their due diligence. And if it passes, she'll get the license.
Okay, very good.
All right.
Concern obviously is just noise and parking, I'm guessing, right?
Yes, right, exactly. She did say that the owner of the business next door said that she could park some vehicles there after 11. So she wasn't too concerned that there would be an overabundance of cars on the street. But again, look to the zoning board to take those issues up.
Okay.
And that concluded the agenda. We accepted the minutes from the March 22nd hearing, and our next hearing will be April 19th in person.
Dun, da, da, da.
Yes, coming back.
Very good. To the
Yeah.
boards and commissions room?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. First time in over 2 years. Well, city council
Yeah.
is back in person now,
Yeah.
so, okay,
And
excellent.
it went very well the other night. So the Monday meeting went very well. So we will be back in person on April 19th.
All right. Speaking of city council, congratulations, Nikki, on your renomination for the next 3 years, city clerk.
Thank you. Thank you.
Unanimous, as it should have been.
I'm very grateful. to all the counselors, and it's a lot of work, but we got a lot to do here in the city clerk's office, but the staff here is definitely dedicated, and we do a lot of hard work, and it's nice to be recognized.
Yeah, absolutely. And we appreciate you here at QATV as well for helping us out with all the information about license board and city council and everything else that you do,
Certainly.
such as the city census. How's that going?
The city census is going very well, very busy, and we're still accepting census. So if you haven't yet, please put it in the mail and get it back to us, or you can certainly drop it off here, 8:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday.
Okay. And speaking of censuses, I hear that because of the federal census, there's been a change now in Ward 3, Precinct 3.
Yes, so the whole city is now under Quincy representation. It goes back to Bruce Ayers District, Ward 3, Precinct 3. So that's a good thing. First Norfolk District. It was on an island of its own there, Ward 3, Precinct 3, with Dorchester. But it's come back. And so Quincy is all represented by Quincy representatives.
Okay.
It used to be Dan Hunt. It will now be Bruce Ayers. And we're going to get some things out. Like I said, we just finished the map, finalizing the map and the wards and precincts for every street in the city. So now that that is done, we'll get a copy of that over to you and to the Quincy Sun for advertising, to let people know. Eventually, I'm going to send out a letter to people letting them know if they've had a change of ward and precinct and where they vote.
Excellent.
But I didn't want to do it too early because we don't have spring elections. We have fall elections. So I would expect that you can see that in your mail the end of July, the beginning of August.
Okay, yeah, the closer to the election, the better, probably for people to remember, right?
Exactly.
Okay, great. We'll look for that here, and as soon as we do, we'll get it up on the channel for everybody to see.
Great, thank you.
And the city's going to the dogs, Nikki.
Yes. Dog licenses are coming in, and you can certainly come in and renew your dog license here at the office, 8:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. We have a little dog house, the city of Quincy symbol, seal on it that you can come in, have a picture of your dog, and we put it up on the wall here in our office. It's always good to see the dogs in the city. Just bring your latest rabies certificate.
Okay. How much is the license?
$10.
Okay, very good.
I should make note too, on April 16th, we will be having the vaccine clinic down at 1 Marymount Parkway. So if you want to come down and license your dog and have your dog rabies done, there's a clinic. I think the hours are 9 to, geez, it's not right in front of me. I think it's 9 to 1.
All right.
I'll get you the flyer.
Okay.
So that you can put it up on your webpage, and it's certainly on the City of Quincy's webpage. And so you can do both that day. You can license your dog and get your dog's rabies. It is cash only because we don't have everything in the big room there to process credit cards and things like that. But it's $10 for the license and $10 for the rabies shot.
Okay, very good. And again, that is April 16th. So that's the Patriots Day weekend.
Yes.
Easter weekend. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Thanks so much for the update. Really appreciate it.
Okay, take care.
All right, bye-bye.